I asked, first off, why are we charging these clients more and these clients less when we're really doing the same job for all of them? It's the same income planning, it's the same meetings every week, it's the same job,
Okay.
but they're being charged like 3, 4, 5 times more just because they save more. Why is that? And I got the cliche answer, oh, well, this is just how it's always been done.
Hmm.
Well, that's a stupid answer. Welcome to How to Retire on Time, a show that answers your retirement questions. Say goodbye to the oversimplified advice. This show's all about the nitty gritty so you can determine what is right for you. My name is Mike Decker. I'm a financial advisor and fiduciary alongside David Franson here, my colleague. As always, text your questions to 913-363-1234 and we'll feature them on the show. Just remember, this is a show, not financial advice. So please use it to do your research. David, what do we got today?
Hey, Mike, how can somebody know they are making the right decisions as they prepare for retirement without a financial advisor?
Yeah, this is a great question. I wrote an article a while ago, and it got on Yahoo Finance and Market Insider, which is like Business Insider's outlet,
Okay.
and it was titled something to the effect of how a comprehensive plan could replace your advisor and save you in fees.
All right. Is that going against yourself there?
Yeah.
A little bit?
So let me tell you a story.
All right.
Okay. When I got into the financial services space, okay, this is over a decade ago, shortly after 2008. Okay, about
right.
2011 is kind of when I got my first started, though I did some internships before that. Okay, I asked a couple of questions I don't think I was supposed to ask. I asked, first off, why are we charging these clients more and these clients less when we're really doing the same job for all of them? It's the same income planning, it's the same meetings every week, it's the same job,
Okay.
but they're being charged like 3, 4, 5 times more just because they save more. Why is that? And I got the cliche answer, oh, well, this is just how it's always been done. Well, that's a stupid answer. And then I said, well, why don't we just do like a one-time planning fee and then have them do it? I mean, and this is back in 2011, 2012, E-Trade is becoming a thing. People can invest on their own. Schwab, Vanguard, Fidelity, they're really making a push for people to open up their own accounts and to trade. It might seem like a weird concept, but like, yeah, there was a time where you really couldn't trade easily without a financial advisor. It was like we were the gatekeepers, and now you've got Robinhood, you've got all these apps you can trade on your phone. So I asked, I was like, why don't we just do a one-time plan and send them on their way?
Yeah.
Well, that's not how you make your money. It's about getting all of their assets, and it's about maintaining the relationship, and you need them to guide them and to help them, and just like that. To me, that feels like a codependent relationship. In the world of psychology, what does a codependent relationship means? It means the other person depends on the single person, and there is an imbalance of power, aka it's like soft bullying.
Oh. That's oops.
It really upset me. And yeah, I didn't own a practice at the time. I wasn't in charge. And so I just kind of kept my job and did what I was supposed to do. And, maybe they know something more than I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. But it never sat right with me.
Okay. Itched at you. It just sort of was there the whole time.
So the reason why I kind of tell that story is a big reason why I left these other practices and I created Kedrick Wealth was to make it possible for a one-time service to create a plan that someone could manage on their own. Okay. Some people have the grit to stick to the plan, and they know that at some point the markets are going to crash and they can't sell. They have to stick to the system and not flinch. Other people, they can't handle it. Okay.
Right.
Some people in life need a coach. Some people just need a correction, and that's kind of it. Okay. I'm trying to think of a couple of examples. Here's an example. Do you need a dietitian to lose weight?
No.
Do some people need a dietitian to help them figure out how to lose weight and live a healthier life?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Can the carnivore diet work for people in losing weight and living a healthier life?
Yeah, at least initially, sure,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the where you basically just eat a bunch of steak.
Yeah, no
Is it right?
carbs.
Is it right for everyone?
No.
Probably not. We're not dietitians. But do you see the point here? Some people want ongoing guidance. Some people do not.
Yeah.
It all is going to boil down to what responsibility are you willing to take on and what do you need and what do you not need. And so the question is, what are you paying the financial advisor for? I mean, really.
Yeah.
If you're paying them to manage money in the market and to keep an eye on the investments and to make strategic moves because you don't want to, then the fee might make sense.
Yep.
I would question this percentage of assets fee because, like, how much does it cost to do the job? And why don't you just pay for that instead of, well, this is how the industry is done, and a lot of people hide behind that.
Yeah.
Okay? They're not building custom portfolios for people. I guess some are, but a lot of people, it's like you're in the model with everyone else. Kind of like how a mutual fund, you're in, or an ETF, you're in a model,
Yeah.
and there's an expense ratio, but the expense ratios are far less.
Okay.
So I think the fee structures today are just kind of wrong. But if you are going to do it yourself, the question is, are you okay with that responsibility? Now, I've met several people who that is their purpose, is to get up and to trade.
Mm.
For those people, they should probably keep doing that until they lose their cognitive abilities and then transfer the responsibility to someone else who can do it for them. Many times the person, if they're married, that does the trade, their spouse doesn't want it. So you kind of have to have some sort of relationship with a financial professional at some point so that the surviving spouse, if it's the person that doesn't like this responsibility, to just have a backup plan. I see that. I'll use an example because things can change. You don't buy and hold. You have to maintain this. It is a responsibility to maintain a portfolio. FICO was a soft monopoly. It was
Yes.
a great stock for years and years and years until Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac says we're going to accept other crediting agencies, and they've never recovered since. Buying stocks doesn't mean they're always going to recover. Creative destruction can make it so stocks fall and never fully recover, and you have to be aware of that. Are you okay with that? So, like, when you think about the DIY approach,
Mm-hmm.
when you inherit the responsibilities and all that, like, that makes sense to me. Now, it's good for some people, it's not good for others, and maybe you do it for a little bit, maybe you transfer it over, maybe you have a professional manage your assets and then you take it over. Like, there's a bit of a training wheels transition from how to grow your assets to the retirement assets. But the part that I think is most important, or one of the most important parts of it, is really going to be in the tax planning. Many times I've seen people in the DIY section of this group
Mm-hmm.
say, well, here's kind of how I'm going to do my tax planning. And it's kind of like back of napkin. This is how I'm going to approach it. It should be well. But they don't have either the technology, the know-how, or the understanding of how it might affect other parts of their plan. So usually they're close, but just hiring a professional who has the software, who is experienced in this, may help them save, I don't know, tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, it's a lot.
That's not necessarily in taxes. It could be efficiencies that allow them to have more money.
Okay.
You see the difference there?
Yeah.
So it's all based on the Dunning-Kruger effect. We talk about that often in the show.
We've mentioned it before.
For all those who don't know, the Dunning-Kruger effect basically says when you don't have sufficient experience, you overestimate your abilities. And so you might think, well, it's good enough, I'm fine. Maybe, but maybe an opinion or a second opinion or someone that you can hire for an hourly rate, like to do a one-time plan,
Mm-hmm.
is what you need to cross that threshold of DIY okay plan to a plan that you can DIY, but had the professional guidance to get you in the right direction. Does that make sense? The difference there, it's curbing the lack of experience.
Mm.
And I think most people know, like, well, I'm not a professional. I'm really smart, and they are, but it's the fear of I don't know what I don't know, and highly intelligent people, at least moderately intelligent people, can recognize pretty quickly that there are things they don't know, and they know that they don't know, and they're willing to go in. And usually, what happens, and this is kind of I'm just envisioning people in their car right now going, "Yeah, that's kind of me." is they'll go to the dinner seminars, everyone that they're invited to.
Okay.
They'll go to all the free workshops, everyone they're invited to. At this point, they're sick and tired of the annuity pitch. Some of them have purchased the annuity because they've been talked into it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying like that's kind of what many of these workshops and dinner seminars are. It's to sell people a lifetime income stream for an annuity. It's not right or wrong. It's a tool, but they'll go to these events saying, we're not going to buy the annuity, or maybe we've already bought enough. They're just trying to learn because the financial services space doesn't really offer many people this, hey, we don't need the ongoing codependent relationship. Come in, do a one-time plan. We'll teach you how to fish, and then you're on your way.
Yeah.
And we can, by the way, help you with the funding of the other things that you can't get as a DIY investor. So in the world of finance, it's retail investors versus institutional investors. A retail investor is what you can buy on Robinhood.
Okay.
Institutional is what you need to buy through a licensed financial professional.
Can't get it without that guy.
Think of
person.
private equity and private credit or debt.
Okay.
Think of Delaware statutory trust. If you're a real estate investor, you're not going to get that on your own. Qualified opportunity zones, oil and gas partnerships, certain mutual funds or ETFs you can't get on your own. You have to go through someone that's licensed. The question is someone willing to put a plan together, get you access to it, and then say you're good? And we take an unconventional approach for this, but you have to understand the responsibility that you're inheriting. Just because you can have a plan put together that says, hey, based on today's information, this is what you should do. In this situation, do X, Y, Z. In that situation, do A, B, C. But you're still responsible at that point to maintain it. So we talked about FICO earlier on. You would have to be the one responsible saying, hey, this stock's changed its fundamental analysis. I need to get rid of it.
Mm.
And then you could go to other companies like CEG, Constellation Energy Corporation, where it's like, oh, yeah, it's down a lot today, but the fundamentals haven't changed. I'm going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to have that kind of know-how so that you're not buying high and selling low and creating all sorts of losses. You've got to not be emotional.
Yeah. How can you get that know-how though? Does it just require a lot of time and study, or do you need to subscribe to some service, or how can you get that if you don't have it already?
Education, learning. I mean, we have people that will do our membership model, so it's a flat monthly rate for our services, and they do it for a couple of years, and then they'll manage it on their own, knowing that they can come back at any time. And then when their cognitive distortion, or not, when their thoughts, their mental capacity declines,
Yeah.
that they then come back. I mean, there's you don't have to be all in one or the other.
Okay.
But what I don't want to do is say, yeah, you can get a one-time plan and it's all sunshine and roses. Doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's you have to know what the benefits are and what the detriments are. So the benefits, I mean, you could get a one-time plan and you're not paying ongoing fees. There's just the expense ratio if you use some ETFs, right? That's very small typically for those funds, and you're good to go. Just maintain it, and you could pay an hourly rate to get a checkup every now and then. Like that is an option. So you're paying less in fees, but you are inheriting more responsibility. Or you could do a fee structure, so ongoing, what we believe flat monthly fees, not a percentage of your assets, but this is how much it costs to do the job. And now you have delegated the responsibility to a professional to take care of it, but you know what you're signing up for. So the benefits are, someone else is watching it for you. Someone else is doing the tax planning for you. There's a convenience there. You're paying for a convenience, but also that someone's taking care of it for you. It's what is it right for you? That's the big question here. And I just don't want people to assume that, well, I can just buy the S&P on here and it's good to go. There's a lot of other strategies and things that could be done that you may not know. But the point is, what is right for you, and can you find the few shops that are willing to do a one-time plan and send you on your way, or are willing to do all full-service management at a flat fee instead of these arbitrary kind of structures? Hey, thanks for watching this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe first, and then go to www.retireontime.com to grab a copy of my book, How to Retire on Time, take a few courses about retirement, join my newsletter, and so much more. Now, if you want to work with one of our advisors here at Kedrick Wealth who can help you put together a retirement plan that's designed to last longer than you, just click the button, Get Started. Everything we do is intended to help you retire on time. We hope you enjoy, and we'll see you in the next show.